this lesson, we are going to find the volume and surface area of a cone. And a cone has one circular base and a vertex. The height and radius and slant height of a cone form a right triangle. So we can use Pythagorean theorem if we need to figure out one of those missing pieces if needed. Now, with volume and area, volume, we need the area of the base times the height divided by 3. And for surface area, we need the radius, the height, to find that there. And we should actually fix this H right here is actually going to be the slant height, which a lot of times you'll see it kind of as a cursive L. So the H that's a part of the volume is your height of the figure, but we have what's called a slant height as well. So we kind of have almost two different heights that we're going to need to make sure that we kind of take note of. So what is the base shape? It is a circle. And so to find the area of the base, or the capital B, we're going to do pi r squared. So pi times 9.1 squared. And when we get that answer, we get 260.2. So for our volume formula, it is going to be the area of the base times the height, and this is the height. It is perpendicular. And then we take and multiply those, and then we divide that by 3, and we wind up with 2,167, which will round it up to the nearest tenth, which would be 0.8, or 8.0. And there is our units would be feet cubed. Now, surface area is going to be pi times the radius times the slant height plus pi r squared, which is just the area of the base, which we've already found. So pi times 9.1. Now, we don't have our slant height here, but we can find it. It is the hypotenuse. 25 squared plus 9.1 squared is going to equal the slant height squared. So we are going to add 25 squared plus 9.1 squared, and then we are going to do the square root of that answer. And that is going to give us a slant height of 26.6. So that is going to go right here. Plus, and then our area of our base we already had found, which was the 260.2. So let's go ahead and multiply, taking pi times 9.1 times 26.6, and then adding the 260.2 to that answer would give you 1,020.7 feet squared. So if you want to try this next one, you can go ahead and use your formulas. Again, it is the same formula because our base doesn't change with a cone, unlike with a pyramid or a prism. It's pretty much that same formula. Pi r squared, and then here pi times r times slant height plus the area of that base, and you can go from there. So try it if you want. Don't forget that you are going to need to find your L by taking the 5 and the 12 and squaring them and adding them together, Pythagorean theorem. And try it. Push play to check when you're ready. So the area of the base, which is the circle, is pi r squared, which is 78.5. So 78.5 times 12 divided by 3 is 314 inches cubed for our volume. Remember, it's area of the base times height divided by 3. But for surface area, it's pi r times the slant height plus the area of the base. So we wind up here taking pi times 5 times 13, giving us about 204.2 plus that 78.5, which is going to lead us to our surface area answer of 282.7 inches squared. So the last thing is working backwards. We know that volume is equal to the area of the base times height divided by 3. So we can plug in what we know, which in this case is the height and the volume. And we can go ahead and work backwards. Multiply by 3. And so 238 times 3 is 714. And then last step is to divide by 74. So 714 divided by 74 is going to give us an area of the base of 9.6. So again, base shape was a circle. And we're going to work backwards again for radius. So then you're going to divide by pi, and then take and do the square root to get your radius, which is going to be 1.7 centimeters.